Well, on that subject, and we were talking about commentators and the same with presenters, and of course the journalists love a sporting pun as well. So we're going to have a buzz around now. I'm going to tell you, these are all about Wayne Rooney. That makes it a little bit easier.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you the situation. You have to try and guess what the headline is, okay? Everybody ready for this? All right, this one's from the Mirror, headlining an article where David Beckham gave an affectionate assessment of Rooney's ability, singling him out for special praise.
Becca Rooney. Don't know why I say that.
That was just putting the two names nearly next to each other and just leaving out Ham.
Roo.
That's what you've done there.
Becca Roo.
And yet it's probably better than the real one.
yeah, probably. It doesn't have Beckham in it. It's a song title, but with the word "you" changed to something.
Roo.
Oh, yes.
Roo.
I've got rhubarb.
Nearly.
I've got rhubarb.
I
have eyes for Roo.
Roo, thank you very much. OK, The Sun next. Can you guess how The Sun reported that tennis player Serena Williams was a Wayne Rooney fan?
I like Wayne Rooney, says Serena Williams.
You'd only hope so, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? That would be delightful.
I love Roo.
Serena Williams. All right, then. Yeah. Love this one. Yeah. The Sun speculated that Rooney was a Jekyll and Hyde character.
That doesn't really work as a tabloid headline.
No, not really.
Which one are Roo?
Which one are Roo? Nearly.
Which one are Roo?
The two Roonies.
The two Roonies?
Like the two Ronnies. It's meant to be.
Oh, I see, yes.
Now, I know that Paul was ever so slightly sceptical about how a sports quiz would work on the radio. In fact, he even said to us, are you going to do stuff like, can you tell the weight of a boxer from the sound of their gloves? So, now, can you tell the weight of a boxer from the sound of their gloves? Here's the first one for Gail and Andy. Fairly obvious.
They're lightweight. Is that a category? I don't even know the categories. Lightweight.
Lightweight's a category. Yeah, I think it might be lighter than lightweight.
Oh, right, then let's go lighter than lightweight.
Can I hear it again?
Yeah.
Because they're quite like little people.
Yeah, it's sort of
like
fast.
This is the Royal Variety performance. Bruce Forsyth and Joe Pasquale.
I think it's an episode of the Clitheroe Kid that never got broadcast. I think I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go bantamweight.
Yeah,
Got it right!
I was going to say that.
Bantamweight.
Staggering.
That's a couple of chickens with boxing gloves on.
This is going better than anyone would have thought, I imagine.
I love this guy. Go on.
Yeah, good, because we've got about 15 weights and different belts as well.
Guessing who they're hitting as well.
OK. All right, then. Paul and Mark, here's yours.
Yeah. That's heavier. Welterweight.
No, I think it's
Yeah, you're just saying the different weights.
Maybe light heavyweight.
You light heavyweight, you think?
What do you reckon?
Well, it could be heavy lightweight.
Yeah.
Or it might be light, heavy, light. No, that's Morse code, it won't be that. I think, what did you say, light heavyweight?
Light heavyweight.
Yeah, go on and go for that.
Go on.
I'll give you half a point. Heavyweight, that was.
Oh,
heavyweight, yeah. It wasn't Audley Harrison, I know that, too many punches thrown. Right, the odd one out round now. You might want to use your headphones here. There'll be 4 people to listen to, and you have to tell us which one is the odd one out, just to make sure you catch them all right?
It's there! It's there! Hey! How about that? How about that? Anderson from a Bobby Thompson free kick. Hey, knockout!
Let's go for a little walk under the moon of love.
Love, life's old vast emotion. Love, lips of Venus expectant. Love, lots of Valentine's envelopes.
Wasn't very far to the nearest bar, and I was sitting on a stool by his side. I got used to the gloom and gazed around the room. If my head had been a top, you could spin it. I looked about and started to shout, it's nice here, isn't it?
Have to kept the kazoos in at the end there.
Yeah,
There's definitely a Luton thing there.
Yeah, so Eric Morecambe first of all.
Yeah, let's just rattle through who the four were.
Eric Morecambe commentating on it. It was when he was being. I think he was being interviewed on local radio, and they said, "Do you want to sort of commentate?" And he was a director of Luton, and they scored. So you hear his enthusiasm. That's Lorraine Chase at the end. You know, in her advert was, "Did you waft in from paradise?" She said, "No, Luton Airport."
John Hegley, the poet, who is from Luton, isn't he? And supports
and a big
Luton.
Luton Town fan. As it happens.
And a big Luton Town fan. Mm-hmm. So I guess that Eric Morecambe is probably who's the fourth one?
The band.
Waddy.
Yes,
they were Leicester.
Under the Moon of Love.
They're not from Leicester.
They were from Leicester.
Yeah, I don't know, but they're not from Luton. Definitely not. They're the odd one out. Show Waddy.
Nope.
No, I think Eric Morton's the odd one out.
Eric Morecambe.
He didn't like Luton. All the others are supporters of Luton.
No.
He was the director of Luton.
Oh, right.
FC.
He was chairman of Luton.
Yeah.
He wasn't from Luton, but he was the chairman.
Clues in the name.
Well, I'll give you the answer. You were on the right lines, obviously. Eric Morecambe, as we've said, was chairman of Luton. Mm-hmm. John Hegley, big Luton Town fan. Mm-hmm. Lorraine Chase, famous for being connected to Luton Airport. Shawaddy guitarist Trevor Oakes had a son, Scott, who played for Luton Town 173 times.
Oh, how didn't we know?
Therefore, Lorraine Chase was the odd one out, being connected to Luton Airport as opposed to Luton Town. There you go. Eric Morecambe was indeed a fan and then director of Luton Town. It was at Kenilworth Road that Eric got the inspiration for one of his most famous sketches when he watched Luton play all the right passes, but not necessarily in the right order. Now, for the final round, it's missing words. Fill in the blanks from some recent headlines taken from the back pages, or they might be from our guest publication, Boycott, the autobiography. And we start with Gerard feels the what?
Need to express himself in contemporary dance?
Yeah, I think it's Gerard feels the need to intervene in Syria to prevent further bloodshed.
It's Gerard feels the pain. Next up, Irish game with Afghans what?
Condemned by Kennel Club.
Called off due to drone attack.
Well, just about. Abandoned is the answer.
Abandoned as it was on the side of a mountain and the ball kept falling down.
It was postponed so many times because of rain. I think it was over here rather than over there. OK, next. I once questioned an umpire's decision in a second-team match for Ackworth. My uncle Algie heard about it and gave me what?
A severe hiding. A good talking to. A gold watch. A stern talking to.
That's basically it. The biggest dressing down I've ever had.
Yeah.
That's from Jeff.
No, it was a misprint. It's the biggest dressing gown. It was a lovely gift.
It's enormous. You get 3 people in it.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
I met Boycott once. It's a fantastic experience. If
It
you
is,
ever
it
get,
is.
it is. And I had my lad with me, and I was sort of on this little invited with the cricket commentary thing. And my lad was about 11 at the time. And first of all, Boycott just comes straight over to him and just, not knowing who he was or anything, and just went, "And what do? Do you bat or bowl?" Which I thought was brilliant to see the whole human race is divided along those lines.
That was from Jeff Boycott's autobiography, which starts slowly, but to be fair, by 100 pages in, is really boring. Right, next. When I get on top... That's not what it says at all, actually. When things get on top of me, I call... what?
Dignitas.
Oh, is it Feng Shui?
No.
No.
Boycott? Feng Shui?
Boycott is big into Feng Shui.
Right.
It is.
Yeah.
He just calls it moving furniture.
He was going to buy a house, but there was a corridor of uncertainty.
The answer is Yannick. This is Andrew Murray's victorious defeated semi-final opponent, Joe Wilfred Songa, who was talking about the help he received from fellow Frenchman Yannick Noah. And what a great help. Waste of space he turned out to be. OK, next. The pitch was crisscrossed by extraordinary cracks wide enough to accept... what?
Criticism. I don't know.
A double-decker bus.
No.
It's all...
Barclaycard.
Bats.
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 Oh, right, cricket bats.
bats.
Yeah, not bats.
Now imagine
That
the
was a little mime.
Yeah.
Everybody of
Bats,
of
bats.
a
Yeah.
bat.
Yeah. Just imagine the pitch inspection before the game. What do they usually
key?
do? No, but more than a key.
A house.
Yeah, not that directly related to it. It's a hand as far as the base of the thumb. This is from the sequel to Jeff Boycott, the autobiography. It's called Jeff Boycott and the Philosopher's Stone. OK, and finally, what won't replace gigs?
Artificial insemination?
I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
And it's gigs as in the name?
No.
Oh, is it to do with gigs like Prince Philip drives?
No.
There's a small boat called a gig, is that it? A small
No, it's not that either. No.
Is it?
It's got nothing to do with sport.
Is it to do with the Higgs boson? It's
the Giggs boson.
It's a very unfaithful particle.
Little particle that sleeps with its sister-in-law.
It's a little particle that.
But an incredible speed. They collide at an enormous rate.
Yes.
It's like
wonderful to watch.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
MP3 player won't replace is it gigs as in
yes it is
gigs concerts gigs.
The answer is holograms. Okay, it refers to the recent holographic performance of the deceased rap artist Tupac Shakur. Okay, so the final scores at the end of the show are Gail and Andy with 13 points and Paul and Mark with 8.
What?
They got 17 in one round. I mean, people are going to know we fixed that. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I think this has been a very successful radio adaptation of a much-loved television programme. And before we go, there's just time for the traditional caption competition. No points, just trying to come up with a funny caption for each photo. Paul and Mark get this.
That's not a rabbit, it's Prince Philip.
That's a bigger yak than we had yesterday.
And Gail and Andy get this.
Boris Johnson denies sexual congress with emu.
On which note, we say thank you to Gail Emms, Mark Steele, Andy Hamilton and Paul Merton. This has been a hat-trick production for BBC Radio 5 Live.
And if you've been affected by any of the issues raised in this programme...
I've been Nick Hancock. They think it's all... Oh, no, that's the wrong show. Sorry.